Hi guys, my name's Sean Matunas, and I've been helping people just like you make money online for the past 6 months. However, it hasn't always been that way. When I first got started online, I dreamed of the digital lifestyle, being able to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, and basically travel and have the freedom of not being tied down to a job. But when I first got started online, I was very much overwhelmed. There was all these courses that I'd taken. I didn't know what to do, who to listen to, who not to listen to, what order to do it in. And then I actually came across, or should I say stumbled across, a very little known home study course. It's basically enabled me to join up the dots and get some success in my business, and it's been that successful. I've actually come here to meet the editor of this home study course. Now, what I love about this home study course is that the strategies and the actual blueprint has been around since the 1890s and some of the stuff later in the 1990s, and it also incorporates the latest digital technology. So I've actually tracked the editor down, and we're here at Salford Quays. I've got Manchester United here behind me, and we're going to go into his offices, Mr. John Fisher, and we're going to have an interview with him. So stay tuned, because we've got some really good stuff for you.
Hi Sean.
John, how you doing?
Come in, take a seat.
Mate,
there you go.
Okay, thanks John, thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule to let me interview you. So, we've been chatting on email, and I've been wanting to do a couple of joint ventures with you, which is why I've been banging down your door. But basically, can you tell me a bit more about yourself and where you've come from?
Well, my background is I left school at 16. Basically, I left school to a round of applause, Sean. I didn't really have many qualifications. I got 3 O-levels. I then went working in the family demolition business, and by luck, I found an opportunity for an insurance company. So I worked for an international insurance company for 13 years, built a career with that, and then at the age of 32, I launched my own business, which it's a company called Business for Breakfast, still going today. I opened it in the UK, Australia, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and that's where I franchised my business.
Yeah.
And that business really helped people like yourself open new opportunities, but through face-to-face referrals.
Yeah.
But what really intrigued me and how I got into publishing my own home study course was I wanted to really develop and master something using the latest technologies, i.e. the internet, and develop something that would really give a person the quality lifestyle using the latest technologies. And that's what the internet can do for you. But for many years, I struggled myself. So what I did is I developed a team of experts, and I thought, right, what's the best way how I can crack this? It's actually go to some of the top people in the world, document it, and I'm going to actually write this down initially for myself, and then I've decided to publish it as a home study course, which obviously you've done.
Yeah.
Did you get straight into it when you got on the course?
No, I didn't actually. I'd had the stuff for about 3 months, and obviously I'd running my Amazon business full time, and I had I was very busy. I had kids and everything, and I didn't read it until I actually went on my honeymoon. So I'd had it for 3 months, just sat there, and I thought, right, I'll take the home study courses, and I'll go and start implementing. Something really hit me is you talked about social media being great, but people have been making money online before social media was even invented, and if people were even making money online before computers were even invented.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I implemented in your course was I'd created a course on Amazon, and I've been banging my head against the brick wall since 2016. I wanted to provide a course and teach people. I taught family members how to make money on Amazon, and they'd made it, so I knew that there were people out there that wanted to learn that. And I originally went to a university to see if I could speak to the short courses office, and I didn't get anywhere with that. They wouldn't send me emails out. And then something that struck me was you mentioned a way that you could, advertise not online using mail, which has been around since 1890. So can you tell me a bit what your views on that are against social media?
Well, if you're anything like me, when I get on social media, it just sucks my time up. So I've even had the same with my kids, that we're just spending so much time on our phones. We're also bombarded by so many messages, and it really just affects the brain's ability to function at a high level. So my views on the social media, it's a very powerful tool, and it can be used in your business, and it should be used in your business. But let's say for what you were doing, you wanted serious people, and you knew who your market was, so it's a very simple process. We look to find a group of hungry people, and what most people do, like you did, Sean, is you went and created a product, but you didn't know where your market was. So what we advocate is find your market first, then create your product, but find a very effective way of communicating with them. And you cannot beat direct mail as a way of communicating with someone, because I get your offer through the post. You've done the research on me, so you know that I'm interested in what you've got to offer, and if it's the right time and your copy resonates with me, then chances are I will be interested in it. Whereas if I'd seen the very same offer on social media, I'm bombarded by lots of other messages. If I get a postcard in the post or a personal letter in the post, I'm going to take the time. If you took the time to write to me, I'm going to take the time to read it. And it may hang around with me for a couple of days before I decide to act on it, but it is one of the most effective ways. However, it does come with a caveat, Sean. And that caveat is, whenever you're doing your marketing, you mustn't focus on just selling stuff to people. Just selling a lot of amateurs focus on just selling a product. All your top money makers, all the top gurus, if you like, in the world, they focus on one thing, and it's called the back end. So a bit like a sales funnel, if we're selling a product on Amazon, you might do as you did, your course, which was, let's say, £200 to attend the course, but you had a higher priced product for the really serious people who wanted to take action with your information. What did you charge on that?
Well, I charged $197 at the front end to get them into the room. Now, this is something that really hit me with you, because you gave the hot dog stand scenario, which was, if you were selling hot dogs, what would you do? How would you find your customers? I was thinking, I'd make the best hot dog, I'd put the best sauce on, I'd make my hot dogs better than everybody. But the actual answer is to find a hungry audience. And something that you just said really stood out with me when you said letters. People hold on to them. On social media, people are just on social media because they're bored and they want to be entertained. The message comes and the message goes. It doesn't stay with that person.
Exactly. Do you know what else stops a lot of people? Most people, all of us, are conditioned in a particular way. So the education system, the university system, it's all designed to condition people to either make, to churn out great employees. So at school, for me, I didn't do that well at school. And school is all geared up to how well you do in an exam or something like that. What I discovered one key thing that all your top business people do, whether it's your Richard Branson to your Henry Ford, what they do is they don't do a lot of the stuff themselves, they get the experts in. So they utilise and harness the power of other people. So they're taking more of a project management approach. If you take someone like Henry Ford, for his research he had a guy for that. For his accounts he had another person for that. For his emergencies, he had another person for that. His market analysis, he had a person for that. He harnessed the power of a great team. And it's like, let's say you're looking for this internet lifestyle, you want to market online, you want to get out of the rat race, sack your boss. You are only going to do that, you're going to need to utilize other people. Yeah, you can try and learn it all yourself, but if you're anything like me, you'll go crazy trying to learn all these things, because there's a lot of skills. So whether it's utilizing Fiverr, whether it's utilizing something like ClickFunnels, or how to wire your website up, all these technical things, for someone like me, it just wasn't a way. And believe me, when I had my business, I spent hours and hours in the office trying to learn how to wire a website up, how to do this, how to do that. The other thing is,
stops you from getting started. It stops you from even taking your business.
There's another major problem that people fall into in this information age, is who they listen to. Who you listen to is absolutely vital to your success. So for example, let's say, in the internet marketing arena, if you went to a conventional web designer, they're going to give you a pretty website, it'll look great. But will it perform for you? The answer is no, because they may not be aware what the purpose of a website is.
Yeah.
So you've got to study stuff where, number one, they're totally honest with you and they tell you stuff that works, and that is very, very hard to find, because I found a lot of smoke and mirrors out there. So that's why I wanted to put this together, where it's written by experts. I write it all myself, but obviously I use experts for key things.
Yeah.
It's honest in terms of what works. Now, it might not be sexy.
Yeah.
You might not want to learn how to grow your email list, for example. That may be not what you want, but it is what you need.
Yeah.
Because if you've not got a list of hungry people, then how are you going to make money?
Yeah. Now, that's something that when you mentioned outsourcing, it's something that really stuck out with me. One of the things you talked about in your book is being in your one of the home study modules. I can't remember which one it was now, but it was about being a virtual puppet master, and you just pulling the strings. I know you might find that amusing, but it really hit home. It really hit home that with me, because, sorry, my phone's going off. I'm just going to turn that off. What really hit home with me is the word outsourcing, because I remember I went here to Salford University, and I did business studies, and there were people using this word outsourcing, and the word was being bandied about, and I graduated from uni not even understanding what outsourcing was until it was never emphasised. It was just a word that was bandied about in a business studies course. And then when I actually looked at it, I mean, the first thing that stopped me getting started was I was listening to all these self-proclaimed gurus online. It was and not one single person mentioned outsourcing. So basically, taking a project management view, where if you can't do something, there's somebody that can. And I was trying to do every technical aspect of my business, and as soon as I got other people to do it in different parts of the world, for pennies on the dollar or pennies on the pound, that is when my business started to take off.
Well, one thing about outsourcing, which I think is important, is obviously ethically outsourcing. So it's using people from all around the world, because we're in a global economy. So for example, I have a very good outsourcer. I pay about $15 an hour, which is considerable for that particular country. And that particular lady can do twice as much as me in half the time, in terms of building in a particular type of software, which I can do because I spend hours and hours and hours. But I would rather utilise her services because I can get stuff done quickly. And when I said puppet master, it's really, perhaps that's not the best term, but really you're project managing the project.
Yeah. And
by doing that, it's surprising what you learn. Now, in terms of the other issues that people have, is why don't they outsource?
Yeah.
Why do you think people don't outsource?
Well, I mean, I didn't even really know about it until I read it in your book, and I mean, I've spent literally, before I read that book, I mean, I didn't pick it up for a couple of months because I didn't think it was any good, because it was under £40 and I'd spent like £1,500 on courses, and nobody had ever mentioned it, so I just didn't even know it existed until I went through the home study course.
Outsourcing is going to massively help you scale your business, but when you're outsourcing, obviously you need to make sure you're speaking to the right experts. You should have a good overview of what you're doing, because again, who you listen to is absolutely crucial to your success. You listen to the wrong people, you're gonna, how do I know this? Well, I spent over £100,000 in my other company over 10 years ago developing a web system. And I thought at the time, well, I'll listen to this web company, they've got great projects, they do all the marketing for this, and everything, it just didn't cut it, because they were coming from one angle,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the right angle for what I wanted. So it's always do your research.
Yeah.
The other thing with what we've tried to put together is business is really simple. The internet is a tool. It works in a particular way. It opens up everything for us.
Yeah.
But the problem is people just never get started, because what happens is they put it to one side or they get frustrated, and that is what is holding a lot of people back.
Yeah.
And it needn't be that way, because with what we show you in the modules, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Fiverr, whether it's at the outsourcing, it's very simple, and everything's been achieved before.
Yeah.
There's people who've gone from nothing to...
The fundamental principle is you don't need to get your head into it. You don't need to know the technical aspects of it. You just need to know the process, so that you can get other people who know the technical details to create that process for you.
Yeah.
And that's been a game changer for me.
If I wanted to be successful in business, what would I do? Go on a business course, get a degree in business studies to be taught business by a university, or
Well, the thing that stood out with what you said is, if you go to uni, people are talking. I came out of uni from business studies, didn't have a clue about business, and it's only hit me now is, those who fail teach, because the people that were teaching those business studies courses at university and are still doing now, they've never actually been proper business, they've never really actually run proper successful businesses, and that's why they're teaching and not actually being in proper businesses themselves. Proper successful people are people that are actually building businesses and making tens of thousands of pounds a month.
I mean, one of the things, as you know, we feature is a self-made person every month. I think if you study successful people, you'll learn a lot.
Yeah.
You'll also, with studying successful people, what you'll find out is, again, whether they call it outsourcing or not, but they usually have a team of people.
Yeah. What I really liked about what you said as well is something you mentioned about on the back end. So you said most amateurs are just they're focused on the front end and just making that sale. Now, when I got those people, when I did the Amazon course back on the 14th of April, I had people come in, they paid me $197, I had 12 people, but I hired a photographer to film it so I could put the event online, put it on a membership site. I'd actually lost £500. I was really, really disappointed at first, but I had to sort of go through with the course, and I developed a back end which was a private mentorship program for the people that I was teaching. So I gave them a free access to the course, and they could go ahead and do it themselves. And I spent a full day training them, and then when it came to the back end, I charged $4,000 for the course, so they paid $2,000 up front.
Yeah.
8 of those 12 people that came on the course bought, so that was $16,000 I'd actually made. So at the beginning of the day I was disappointed, thinking, well, I've lost £500 at the front end, let's see if this back end thing that you're talking about really works. and you know, I went through some of the stuff that you talked about with, you know, writing sales copy and
Well, if there's one thing you should invest your time in is learning sales copy. That is, you know, that is something that we write a lot about. But fundamentally, on your experience there, 99% of businesses, and you'll see this yourself by people who you deal with, they're all focused on getting new customers. And that's the hardest thing to do. When you have an existing customer, is it easy to offer those people, they already know you, hopefully they already like you, and hopefully they already trust you, so are they more likely to buy off you? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
So it's easy, instead of looking to always be looking for new customers,
Yeah.
utilise the
Yeah.
customers that you've already got.
Yeah, so essentially,
value.
what the way you put it is you were sending up the value ladder.
Correct.
Yeah, so I had those people that they'd already spent 197 with me on that day. I then over-delivered on the value. They knew me, they liked me, they trusted me, and let me say, out of those people, and I'm still training them now, and 2 of them have gone on to implement what I've taught them, and are already making a decent
And
income.
you were, at the time of filming this, you're only in
Well, we're only
4th
in
of June.
June now, 4th of June, so, you know, within 6 weeks of implementing.
People are,
implementing
well,
that.
that's great.
You know, and that's given me the belief that I can keep going on and on with this business, because I've got the customers in at the front end, and I've made that money on the back end.
One thing makes me laugh, Sean. Let me give you an example. What some of the things I see, and I have a little chuckle to myself. So, there's a very successful social media course
Yeah,
that a chap teaches, and most of the people who are going on his course to learn social media, so how to market through Facebook, which again it's a viable tool to market through. It works. But how do you think he got those people there on his Facebook course? What would you
well,
guess?
going off your course, probably through his email list.
Well, basically, I mean, what would you think if you hadn't have read my
Well,
stuff?
you'd have thought if he was promoting a social media course, he'd be
He's
doing
got
it on
his
social
customers
media,
through Facebook.
through Facebook, yeah.
You'd assume that
Yeah.
if he's teaching
Yeah.
us how to get customers through Facebook,
Yeah.
so surely he's got his customers through Facebook, but he's got his customers through popping them a letter in the post,
Yeah. And
not through Facebook.
not through Facebook, yeah. Now, what I also liked about your course is you talk about something from the 1990s, which is email, and email's massive. And what I really liked about the way that you put it is your virtual distribution network. So if you take something like, say, Starbucks, yeah, Starbucks have got, people think Starbucks are in the coffee business.
Mm.
They're actually, like you said, they're in the distribution business, or the real estate business, because they've actually got 23,000 stores, 23,000 pieces of real estate, which is their virtual distribution network. So if they didn't have that real estate and they put all their coffee in one big warehouse, they're not going to sell any coffee. So their virtual distribution network are the real estate outlets.
Do you know how Starbucks started?
Go on.
They didn't sell coffee. They sold coffee machines. And a guy who wanted to work with them, Schultz, his surname, basically he got a job with them. I
Yeah.
think he ended up getting fired, and he ended up buying the company.
Wow.
And you're only talking in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
But that was the vision of the guy
Yeah.
who bought them.
But what really hit me about what you were saying is, you know, if you compare that to, you know, email is your virtual distribution network. The more people you have on your email list that know, like, and trust you, the more people you have to market to.
So email is to continue the conversation.
Yeah.
It may not be the best way to start the conversation, and then really what you're focusing on with your copy is how to get your emails opened.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if, for example, you've got a group of people over here, they want to make money through Amazon, and you've got another group of people over here, they're not interested in Amazon, then you want to be sending your messages to the group of people who are interested, and not wasting your time trying to sell stuff to people who are not interested.
Yeah.
Give people what they want, give them value, give them quality, be genuine and honest with what you're giving them. Don't hold back some of your stuff, and your customers will come back.
Yeah.
Repeat.
What also hit me as well is that with social media, with what you said with selling, is usually on average it takes about 7 exposures before somebody actually buys, so they have to see that sale 7 times. Now it's harder to do that with social media. With email, you know, you can automate your emails and write this copy so that people are exposed to it on a daily or a weekly or a monthly level, but it keeps them, and then eventually when they're ready to buy,
I think
keeps
if
it
you
fresh.
mix your email with a bit of direct mail,
Yeah,
you know, it's all about the timing.
yeah,
A lot of people put things onto one side,
yeah,
but if your emails are good, you put your personality through them, you're building up that rapport, you
yeah,
can still use the telephone as well,
yeah,
then that is key.
yeah,
Don't do what the crowd of people are doing out there.
yeah,
Just send it. I mean, I get all sorts of emails like, you know, hey man,
yeah,
it's just unsubscribe.
yeah. It's about thinking outside of the box, isn't it? Which is
Yeah.
essentially what your home study course is all about, and you know, it's
Well,
separated.
what I'm covering in the course is I talk about a lot of secrets that are hidden.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on the course number 2, I don't know whether you've got a mortgage, but I share with you that secret, how to pay your mortgage off a lot quicker.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, it's not all about marketing, it's about how can you make your life better.
yeah,
And there are a lot of things, so we try to find stuff that you're not going to learn anywhere else. No one's going to tell you this stuff.
yeah,
It's gonna, you'd never find it. And then we also covering, you know, marketing.
yeah,
We're covering the YouTube. We cover blogging. We cover the offline stuff.
yeah,
We cover the joint ventures.
yeah.
Do you know what joint? I don't know whether you.
Yeah, well, that's what we're actually why I'm here today, and what we're hoping to do with you, because you've actually gone out and improved this home study course by actually providing the latest cutting edge technologies, and you've actually come up with, from my idea, is to put actual digital products that people can actually go out and resell. So, and we're going to talk about this in our offer. So, you know, you've come up with a magazine, and you're also going to be incorporating actual physical products that people can then take that home study course, and implement with a ready-made digital product delivered every month with the magazine, that people reading the magazine subscribers can then promote as an affiliate or have the resale rights to make money, so they can take your home study course. So they have basically a product, and they also have a course and a way of implementing the sale of that product. I mean, there's nobody else out there, there's nobody else I know out there that's doing that. And you know, you're not charging an arm and a leg. This course is accessible to everybody. It's less than £40 a month. There's people out there that are charging, you know, $1,500.
Believe me, I've been to those places.
Yeah.
I've spent thousands.
You know,
over the years.
so I mean, like I said to the people at the beginning of the video, we had something special to offer them. So, you know, what is it that you're going to be offering?
So basically, what we're going to give you is everything you need to know on how to make money online and really build your digital business. And you know, we're going to give you a free trial package. So I think you've negotiated with my team to if your guys cover the shipping, month one we'll send them the free stuff. They're also going to get with that some key things. So your Amazon course, we're going to send them a report on Bitcoin and the new digital economies, and we're going to send them a free secret gift.
So really, it's, I mean, it is a no-brainer really, because there's a, you know, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee on that, and they're getting basically a free. And what I love about this as well is, you know, okay, you're just paying for shipping, but it's a physical, that you're actually getting something physical and something tangible that you can take anywhere and read.
Well, you're also going to get
digital.
a package through the post, a box with a load of stuff in that you can use.
Yeah.
But what I can tell you, Sean, is this stuff. The reason why I don't know whether you wondered, but the reason why I print it as a physical product, I actually want people to read this, because the stuff on here will change your life.
What I love about it, which, I mean, you know, it's kind of a catch-22, but it looks a bit Blue Peter to me. It looks a bit, but the stuff that's out there that's all shiny and all whistles and all bells, it's just, you know, it's just.
Well, if you want the corporate, I've done the corporate, and the corporate ain't where it's at. We show anyone, but no matter what the background is, on how to make something work.
I mean, I know you've tidied up the graphics and stuff in the new magazine and the new edition, and you know, the stuff was a bit rough and ready, but let me tell you, it works, you know, and that's what I loved about what you know, what you're
We're only going to
teaching.
put stuff in there that works. It's not about pretty pictures.
Yeah.
You won't get this stuff anywhere else. If you want to go and spend thousands of pounds with people who are going to give you all the sales. I mean, a friend of mine, he just spent £3,000. He'd just been on a day's training, and up until lunch, the training was was basically just them reselling. They didn't teach him anything. They just told him about what it was. Yeah, well, I did one in 2014 when I got started in the September on digital marketing down in Heathrow with a guy, and that cost me £2,500. And I just left there. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. You know, I left really disappointed. By subscribing to this course, it is home study. It's something that you can build upon each month, and it's in bite-sized chunks. Yeah. So your level of knowledge will grow. Yeah. And there's also good support by emails in there. You can email and people can. You can email in. We also like to share stories. Yeah. And we do like to hear off the subscribers. Yeah. Because we want to put something out there that works for people. Yeah. You know, I meet a lot of people, like for example yourself, Sean. You know, your story where you struggled with, I think you were doing network marketing and what have you, and you know what you were taught when you started that was everybody's a prospect. Yeah, is that how you want to live? No. You know, because you're soon going to lose your friends, aren't you, if you're trying to alienate pitch everyone on your latest, you know, product. Weight loss shake. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, well, thanks a lot for your time, John. So there you have it, guys. You know, subscribe, get a free trial. You've got nothing to lose. It's 30-day money-back guarantee. So there you go. And I just want to thank you, John, for taking the time to do this interview. No, I'm sure we'll meet some of you guys in the flesh. I know you're looking to put an event on where people can actually meet you, and there's some courses that you want to teach. So anyway, I'd like to thank you. Thanks a lot for your time. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot. Cheers.